Well, folks, it has been a little while. I've been half off with this hobby for a little bit because I just got so drawn with work and stuff. But some people were wondering what happened. Did he just stop making videos? No, I'm just still here. It's just just work has gotten in the way. But update on the Carbontwinzilla. Probably just going to maybe add some like actual thick diff oil in them because when I built this truck I just added grease. Yeah, totally loose. And also when it does wheelies, it kind of like like jerks off to the side a little bit or something. Heh, I said jerk off. Anyway, um, that I think that's pretty much it. What the truck needs so far, just thicker oil and I even tried adding. Now for the shocks generally, I even tried adding thicker oil like 90 weight shock oil and these homemade shock bump these shock bumps or whatever they're called. It still has, and it does slow down the dampening, but still like making full contact. Cause I am planning to take it to a monster truck show and go full send with it. But my biggest concern is that the truck really bottoming out and causing some future future damages. You know what, that doesn't make sense. What I meant to say was, when the truck constantly keeps, hitting so hard that, you are, slowly weakening the parts or, like, the bulkhead and, some other stuff like that. Technically, you are sending the whole shock through the structure of the vehicle, and also, since, the chassis frames is made out of carbon fiber. But my good friend from Greece that makes these kits like this, he made this aluminum brace just to add some rigidity to the carbon fiber chassis and stuff. I actually have seen some videos of some Savage owners out there, including OG Nitro with one of his Savages that has like a carbon fiber chassis. It was going full send. And there was nothing wrong with the carbon fiber chassis. So I'm probably gonna try to go full send with this thing one day. But yeah, that's just an update for this Carbontwinzilla, the ultimate monster truck I have. And some people are wondering what body is this. This is a crawler body for like a TRX4. It's a J Concepts 1982 GMC K10. Technically, the Chevy and GMC, they're both the same thing regardless. I actually really like the way how this body turned out, and yes, I actually love this trim piece right here, because it may look a little bit funky, but you know what, I would rather leave it like that because, it gives the truck a little bit of a different look. If I would cut this off, then, I don't know, probably to me it will look maybe just a little bit unappealing, if that makes sense. So that's why I left this part out. But overall, that's just going to be a little bit an update on this Carbontwinzilla, even though it wants to roll off the toolbox. Oh yeah, this truck is a monster. And I understand the lighting is poor in here, so y'all are going to have to bear with it. Okay, that actually doesn't look too bad. Even though it's very about to fall off the toolbox, but yeah, this truck is looking epic. Yeah, by far, this is probably the best body options I have picked so far for my Carbontwinzilla. Because looking for the Savage XL body, man, it's just like a difficult, like, it's just it's just getting unreal. I tried to look for like an actual original Savage XL body, like the GTXL, whatever it's called. Nope, nowhere to be found. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and buy one of those TRX4 bodies and see how it turns out. And I'm glad I did, and I'm gonna leave it the way how it is. All right, now let's take a look at some other projects, unfinished projects that I did or haven't touched. Ah shit! Have y'all remembered this one? Now, At this time of this video, like in 5 minutes, I want y'all to pause this video and leave in the comments what this was. Alright? Now let's unopen it. No cheating, alright? Remember, pause this video and leave a comment down below of what chassis y'all think this is. That's right, this is a purple carbon fiber Savage chassis, standard X wheelbase. Alright, I'm gonna pause this video for quick to get the rest of the stuff out. Alrighty. So here's the rest of the stuff he has cut out for me and sent me. So, actually, let's have a look at this one. This is a lot easier to have a look at. So people are wondering, how did you get this purple carbon fiber? Well, so he found, I don't know what website he uses, but it's a company that actually makes really good quality carbon fiber materials. So if we have a look right here, it's just standard black carbon fiber. But what it is that, you know, those threads, or if we have a look at the grains, man, it's just very stunning in the of what the camera is showing. Just something that y'all Savage enthusiasts has never seen before. Yeah, this project is gonna be very special. I don't know if I'm gonna start this build like in late this year or next year. I really don't know what's gonna happen. I can't believe that it's been almost a year since I actually got this, and I haven't touched it because, you know, just real life situation has, you know, kicking me in the butt. So yeah, I'm just still gonna have to make do. But I have a feeling that there's a light coming at the end of the tunnel. So we will see. We'll see what's gonna happen in the future. But having a look at the purple carbon fiber materials, and he said that he couldn't get the rest of the purple carbon fiber because it's just so rare to get, or it was hard to get. I told him that's just fine. If whatever you have, just cut me out one and send it to me. So I think purple and black wouldn't hurt, huh? So you can see that the grave pattern is actually different than the other ones, but that doesn't really matter. And here's the LCG shock towers. They look really, really nice and thick. So I'm planning to run some short buggy shocks, or maybe some Proline Power Stroke shocks. Those max ones. Yes, I actually have now seen the price of them. Holy crap, dude! They're just like $100 a pair. I was like, man, that's just so expensive. So I don't know. Either I'm gonna get them, or I'm gonna have to find some other good quality buggy shocks. The front shorter ones, not the longer ones, because I want the Savage to be a little bit slammed, if that makes sense. Here's a carbon fiber steering rack. It looks really nice. Nice and thick and heavy duty. We do have a little aluminum right here, but that doesn't matter. Actually, what I was showing earlier, this is actually a servo plate. This is what he made me. So technically, this will be, let's say, like your steering servo right here, and then this will be your throttle servo. You see now where this is going? That's the idea of this build. And if you have a look right here, you see there's this cutout for the throttle servo. It goes something more like that, but if you mirrored it, then something like that. But yeah, actually, I made a mistake on this part. The steering servo does not mount here. It mounts right here at the opposite side. So you can have the steering servo mounted right here, and then, you know, the servo horn, you know, steers the steering system of the truck. So that's gonna look really nice. Oh yeah. I have a feeling that this build is going to be sweet. And now, the other unfinished project. This mess right here. This is a Genesis parts bin. I bought it used in some taken apart, but then I took the rest of the parts to clean it down, but I just never got to finish the rest of it. So yeah, some parts is already cleaned. Actually, those are the freshly built diffs I've done. Still spin? Oh yeah, it spins nice and smooth, like butter. So the diffs are pretty much done. I don't know which one faces up. Yeah, these are both fresh build diffs. Here's some parts right here, and the rest of the junk in there. So yeah, I'm planning to get this finished as well in the future. Just no time will tell. But yeah. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. You know, that's pretty much gonna be it for this video. And actually, there's this one question that one of my subscribers asked me: why you don't own like a buggy or truggy or other different vehicles? Well, to me, or crawlers. Well, to me, there's just something about these monster trucks that has these big tires. Savages are revived. Like 10, 11 years ago, was looking one at the hobby shop when I got my first RC. The Savage was not my first RC car when I started the hobby 11 years ago. It was like, there's this tool drive truck called the ECX Ruckus, or the Electrics RC before they changed their name into ECX. Now, for you guys who don't know, ECX was more like a cheaper version of the company that was owned by Horizon Hobby. Eventually, they went out of business. Maybe like last year or 2 years ago, or something. It's just that they were not doing that great. So I was like, all right, let's shut down. Bye. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was my first ever tool RC monster truck. And yes, that was my first hobby grade RC. It was a tool drive monster truck called the ECX Ruckus. And then when I save up a little bit of money, I threw in a brushless upgrade. But tool drive wasn't enough. I really wanted the Savage so bad. I was hungry for it. And then 2 years later, after I got my first job, when I was like 16, didn't have a car or truck, still riding a bicycle. There's a Savage, a used Savage for sale. Well, it was pretty much more like a rolling chassis, selling for like $60. And I was like, hey, I have $60. Bought it, and then I still didn't have any experience with nitro. I had more experience with electrics and brushless. So I did like a brushless upgrade on that thing. Oh boy, what a rabbit hole that was. Some people think that okay, yeah, just to convert your Savage or T-Max to electric, and that's it. Well, there are some things that you need to do, like you need to convert your 2 or 3 speed transmission to like a single speed transmission that doesn't have any one-way bearings inside. You're gonna have to do that. Then you're gonna have to upgrade your drivetrain system to withstand the brushless power. I am not against brushless RCs and electric conversion kits. It's just the thing is that it's your hobby. Do whatever the hell you want with it. It's none of my business. Just let well, I'm not gonna say it because then I'm really going to really piss people off. So nah, I'm not gonna say it. Just do whatever you want with your hobby. But anyway, guys, this is just gonna be it for this video. I know it has been like 15 minutes, but yeah, y'all take care and keep on savaging. And something big is gonna be happening in the coming months. So y'all stay posted for that.